they're asking that the others comply with UNCLOS, pero sila, they will not comply. China is the only country claiming to that the high seas are its national territory. Kasi yung South China Sea, may high seas yan. About 25% of the South China Sea are high seas. Sabi ng China, oh, that is under the 9-dash line. Amin yan. That's our national territory. And nobody has supported that. Not even Cambodia or Laos has said tama. So it's only China, but ang kapal ng mukha nila na let us comply with international law and UNCLOS. Sila ang number one violator ng international law and UNCLOS
Okay. Speaking of kapal na mukha. Isa-isahin natin statement coming from the Chinese Foreign Ministry. Sabi nila, inisa-isa ko, binilang ko yung kanilang nirattle off na dahilan, no? In gaslighting the Philippines. Sabi nila, the root cause ng problema is the Philippines has, number 1, changed its long-standing policy stand. Number 2, reneged on its own commitments. Number 3, continued to provoke and stir trouble at sea. And number 4, undermine China's legal rights. Puntahan muna natin yung number 4. Ano ba itong pinagsasabi nilang China's legal rights?
Yun nga. Ang legal right raw nila, they own the South China Sea, 85.7%. But that's against international law. There is no international law that says that they own 85.7% of the South China Sea. The international law allows them up to 12 nautical miles, just like any other state. So they will say under international law, they cannot point at a law which says that they can own the entire sea. Wala na yun eh. The last time that a country claimed the entire sea, that was in the 17th century. They signed the UNCLOS, hanggang 12 nautical miles lang maklaim nila from their baseline, no? From their coast. So they will say, under international law, we own this. Wala namang international law na kanila yung high seas eh.
Sure, ito ng legal rights, no? Tsaka nga pati po yung 9-dash line, di ba? Yung basis nun ay sinabi ng PCA, walang kwenta, walang basis, di ba?
Oh, sabi nila, since 2,000 years ago, 1947 lang yan eh. Drenowing yan ng Kuomintang government in 1947 lang. Hindi, walang 2,000 years ago yan. Talagang it's fiction that they are telling the world. Kaya nobody bought their claim. Not one of the judges of the tribunal bought their outlandish claim, no? Na since 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, nobody knew that there was oil in the sea. Hindi pa nga gumagamit tayo ng oil. 2,000 years ago, ikiniklaim na nila yung oil sa South China Sea 2,000 years ago. Wala eh. The industry started to offshore drilling early, mga 19 middle of mga 1920s lang nag-umpisa yan eh, yung offshore drilling for oil and gas, no?
Pag nakikita ko yung mga pahayag ng China na legal rights, naisip ko po rito, I don't know kung pareho po tayo nang naisip minsan. Di ba nung unang panahon dito sa Pilipinas, may nag-aangkin ng tulay? Okay, yung mga land grabber, di ba sabihin? Pina-cover na akong ganyan before eh. Akin yan, may titulo ako dyan, akin yan.
Parang sinasabi mo na, akin yung Jones Bridge, gusto mo bilihin.
Parang ganun po yung budol.
Ang dami ilang beses na nabenta yung Jones Bridge, ha? Umabot na sa Supreme Court yan.
Totoo ba yan, yung Jones Bridge? May nagbenta. Kasi uso rin po yung mga land grabbing, di ba? Yung sinasabi, may titulo ako ng ganitong kalaking lupa. Marami dyan sa Rizal, di ba? May mga ganung mga kwento before. Pero bogus.
Meron nga nag-claim na estate nila yung buong Pilipinas eh.
Parang ganon. Yun ang naisip ko po pag binabanggit ng China yung legal rights eh. Anyway, sige po, let's move on. No? So, apat yung binanggit kasi nila na root cause daw kung bakit daw tumataas ang tension dyan sa West Philippine Sea. Na unang-una nga, ulitin ko po sa mga tagapakinig natin tsaka tagapanood, wala pong business whatsoever dapat ang China dyan. They shouldn't be there in the first place. Pero dahil nandyan sila, bully sila, sige, pag-usapan natin. Yung sinasabi po nila na the Philippines has changed its long-standing policy stance. I mean, did we really change our policy stand regarding this?
Well, from the very start, we followed UNCLOS. No, UNCLOS is 1980. China participated in drafting UNCLOS, so we claimed 12 nautical miles, and then our EEZ, 200 nautical miles from our baselines. That was consistent, and we claimed the Spratly since 1734 at the latest, because yung 1734 Pedro Murillo Verde map, which is official map of Philippine territory, the first official map of Philippine territory during the Spanish regime, kasama yung Spratlys as part of Philippine territory, kasama yung Scarborough Shoal. So 1734 pa kiniklaim na natin yung Spratlys. And then you had the 1808 map of Spain. Andoon rin yung Spratlys and Scarborough Shoal. And the last official map of Philippine territory under the Spanish regime was 1875. Kasama, more detailed na ang mga isla sa Spratlys. Andoon yung T2, which we call Pag-asa. Andoon yung Ito-Aba, 1875. Pangalan yan sa mapa natin, Ito-Aba na. Loita, andun din. Ngayon, China has no map. 1947 lang sila nagpakita ng mapa eh. Tayo, 1734, 1808, 1875. Sila 1947 lang. So wala silang mapakita talaga. And in fact, even Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei, and Indonesia, wala namang mapakita eh. Tayong may mapa na ganyan eh. But of course, Brunei is not claiming, except for its island there in front of its coastline, isa lang, yung Luisa Reef. No? We're not claiming Luisa Reef. Indonesia is not claiming any island territory in the Spratlys, but yung kanilang EEZ is encroached by the 9-dash line. So, dapat ang gawin natin, we challenge China. Let's submit this to arbitration. Kasi sabi ng China, kanila yon. Sabi natin yon. So, let's present it to an independent tribunal. That's the way it should be settled under the UN Charter. If there is a territorial dispute, you cannot resolve it between yourselves, then you submit it to arbitration. Kasi the UN Charter says all disputes must be settled by peaceful means, by negotiation, mediation, and finally by arbitration or judicial settlement. No?